The purpose of this video is to discuss an application in Nature of Science for topic 3.5, Genetic Modification and Biotechnology of IB Biology. Nature of Science, we will be looking at how scientists assess risks associated with scientific research, specifically how scientists attempt to assess the risks associated with genetically modified crops or livestock, and the application where we will assess the potential risks and benefits associated with genetically modified crop. Science has been used to solve many problems and improve human lives, but it has also been used in morally questionable ways and in ways that inadvertently caused problems. Advances in sanitation, clean water supplies, and hygiene led to significant decreases in death rates, but without compensating decreases in birth rates. This led to huge population increases with all the problems of resources, energy, and food supplies that entails. Ethical discussions, risk-benefit analyses, risk assessment, and the precautionary principle are all parts of the scientific way of addressing the common good. For example, monkey virus DNA was once introduced into E. coli, a prokaryotic organism, and this virus was understood to cause cancer in mice. On the other hand, E. coli naturally lives in the human intestines, and this caused really big problems with just understanding what the effect of the monkey virus DNA would do to humans, if it would cause cancer or not. Now, this is an extreme case of a genetically modified organism, and a situation like this has caused many countries to ban genetically modified organisms. Scientists have to ask themselves two questions ethically before they continue on with research. First, what is the chance of an accident or other harmful consequence? And second, how harmful would this consequence be? Genetically modified organisms offer potential benefits, but some risks accompany these benefits. The first benefit of genetically modified organisms, or GMOs, is that they can be engineered to be pest resistant. This, as a result, requires less pesticide use. If we can genetically engineer organisms to grow in regions where they aren't normally found, we can also reduce fuel consumption because the need to transport this food is reduced. It can also increase shelf life, which will reduce the amount of waste that is sent to landfills, and it can also decrease crop size if food is lasting a longer time before rotting. GMOs can also be engineered to increase the nutrition content, which can provide vitamins and minerals that are necessary for proper human health. Some allergenic-free foods could be produced from GMOs, and they could also be engineered to administer vaccines to people. GMOs that are drought-resistant, cold-resistant, or whatever resistant can increase crop yields, and some GMOs can be produced to be herbicide resistant, meaning that the weeds are killed but the crops are left safe. On the other hand, GMOs come with potential risks. For example, protein products of the GMO could be toxic or allergenic to humans or livestock. Because plants are promiscuous in how they reproduce, it could increase the spread of antibiotic-resistant genes, and transferred genes could end up mutating, producing a harmful protein product. Non-target organisms could be affected by GMOs. For example, in bee colony collapse, if a plant is producing a toxin that is lethal to insects, pollinators such as bees could be affected and be killed as a result. Again, because plants are promiscuous, the pollen could spread to a weed across the species barrier and produce superweeds that are resistant to herbicides. It could also reduce the biodiversity of animal species. If a particular weed is the only food source of a very important insect, this specialist would be killed as a result, and it would affect the rest of the food chain. Agriculturally, there is the potential for uncontrolled spread of seeds. There is an increased chance of pests being resistant to toxins, and farmers do not have ownership over the seeds that are produced from their crops. For example, in Monsanto, the company owns any kind of seeds that are left over from a growing season, and if farmers are caught saving these seeds, they could be sued and blacklisted, which would prevent them from being able to produce crops and therefore remove their income.